Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're looking at a bayonet for the CETME L platform. If we take a step back, CETME is an acronym for Spanish manufacturer. I'm going to try to not mispronounce it. Centro de Estudios Técnicos de Material Especial. And the CETME, uh, the abbreviation, platform was typically in one of the following calibers: 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO. There was also a 7.92 by 41 millimeter, specifically CETME round. And then there was also a specific Spanish derivative of a 7.62 by 51 millimeter round, but not powered to the same levels as the NATO round, if that makes sense. Um, Continuing, the CETME L is Model L. There were previous models, of course, is actually a derivative model in a different caliber, 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO. So the smaller, if you consider it compared to the 7.62 millimeter round. Um, so the CETME L was adopted by the Spanish Army into use in 1984, and it had been in development for a few years prior to that, and was in use up until 1999, and then was started to be replaced by a version of the HK G36 platform, and then various variants. I believe produced under license. So, if we go ahead and take a look here, let's see here, we have bayonet, scabbard, and if I can find a magnet, we can start doing some magnetic tests here. Let's pull the bayonet aside. You can see how we have kind of the belt frog portion up here. This will be the locking strap and snap for the handle, and this portion can be attached to a belt. Let's test these. That is magnetic, magnetic, magnetic. Not getting as much of a magnetic hit on these snaps here. So some other material. This right here is magnetic. I'm not quite sure about the rivets because it could be just the strength of this plate here that's creating a magnetic pull. And the scabbard is some sort of polymer type of or resin type material. And we have a lanyard that is tied up quite a bit, so there is some hidden length in there. This can be used to strap this to something else, perhaps a leg, or help stabilize this against another piece of gear. Let's see if I do get a spring resistance. I do think there is a retention spring, possibly a pin in there. Okay, so let's look at the blade itself. This particular example does have a number. You can see it is not a symmetrical pattern of blade. We do have a full-length edge here, half edge on this side with a full thickness tang continuation or upper portion of the blade here, the handle, and the kind of a taper drop tip. So again, pretty solid on the top, or what is currently in the top in hand. And this will be where I believe the barrel would go through. We do have a very hard material handle. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, we are getting a magnetic response here. All these are steel. These pieces down here are all magnetic, but not getting a hit on this area here. The locking mechanism, you can see here if a push button will push this kind of triangular locking piece that would lock into the top end of the CETME L, and then the barrel would thread through there or protrude through there. Now, one thing about this bayonet is not compatible with the model LC, which is the carbine shorter barrel version of the CETME L. Possibly because the barrel length is too short to actually reach through these dimensions. I don't have a CETME, and I actually don't have an HK platform. I do have something else. Let's see if I can actually show how this is actually mounted. It is kind of interesting the way it is done. So this is going to be a mock-up. As I put it into view, as you can see here, we're looking at the top portion. You can see here the front sight, the barrel, and kind of the gas mechanism along the top of this item, and how the bayonet is actually mounted with the ring on the relative bottom over the barrel and then locks into this area right in front of the kind of the gas direction assembly and the upper portion of the this portion of the receiver. So if I take it off, maybe give you a clearer view of how it was actually oriented on the barrel. It was actually oriented in this direction. So again, barrel going through here, and this mounted up against the very front of the top portion of the receiver. A few more looks from different directions. And you can also see how this is shaped to also contour, fit as close as possible to keep this in line with the axis of the barrel and the front of the receiver, possibly for balance and also for giving a proper straight thrust with maximum force. So taking a quick look at the bayonet for the CETME L platform. And this example in particular was obtained from Numrich. That would be also known as Gun Parts Corp. Feel free to check them out. A very large amount of items. Numrich. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on the channel. We also do unboxing videos, as well as a selection of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.